So how's it going, my comic chat army? We're here today with Rich Woodall, the creator of Gods of Brutality. Uh, let's see, The Bloody Ring of Dracula. What else am I missing? Sergeant Werewolf.
Sergeant Werewolf, yeah, Electric Black co-creator,
Yeah.
Kyra Alien Jungle Girl co-creator, Johnny Raygun co-creator, yeah. I got a couple out there,
Just a few.
just a
I,
few.
how
It's
you
like
been?
doing good, man. How you been?
I'm doing good. It's been 2 years. We was just talking about this before we recorded. Two
Yeah,
years. What have you been doing in the last 2 years
last
since we
2 years.
talked?
Oh man, yeah. It's been a weird 2 years. Like it's just over a year. I got laid off from my day job, and
Awesome.
uh, and I decided to do freelance full time. So it's comics and design work and stuff full time now, which is like it's super scary, but it's it's so good though. Like, I get to make my own hours. I get to I get to choose which projects for the most part I work on. Um, the biggest problem is like I've got a bunch of comic stuff I want to get to, like creator owned stuff that I want to get to,
Mhm.
but it's like you got to make money first, right?
Yeah.
So I've been very fortunate. I got early on I got a contract, some contract design work that's in the comic industry, and that's been keeping me busy for almost a year now, and it's been awesome. It's been really good, working with good people and everything. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing is just like hustle. You got to hustle now, right? Like
Oh
it's
yeah.
it's a roller coaster. Freelance is just a roller coaster where it's feast or famine. So you just got to keep on top of it.
Um, how can people get a hold of you if they want to hire you?
Everything is usually so. I've got a website, projectpandoraentertainment.com, or Facebook or Instagram. Like, people can just message me or whatever. But yeah, I still do commissions. I'm behind on commissions a little bit now. Like I said, like trying to keep up with the stuff that pays.
Mhm.
Not that commissions don't pay. Commissions pay pretty good. But yeah, just trying to do the whole work life balance. Like, doing freelance, it's a lot more work than life balance.
Mhm. So you got Gods of Brutality, Volume One on Kickstarter right now.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that we're really excited, to finally be able to get the trade ready for that. We wanted to do it last year, but it was kind of towards the end of the year when we started talking about it, and like, might as well wait until next year and kind of kick off the new year. Um, Mark and I are also working on another book, that's kind of a sister book for Gods, called The Bloody Ring of Dracula. And one second, I think my cat is behind me. Like,
He is.
yeah, he's gonna start messing stuff up here in a minute, probably. But yeah, we're doing a book called Bloody Ring of Dracula, and we're in the middle of that, and it's kind of a Mark is also a freelance artist, but during the summer he's a pirate. So like, I usually lose him for about 3 or 4 months during the summer. So like, his output goes from a couple pages a week to like nothing for a little bit, but he's got to make his money doing pirate stuff.
like a cosplay pirate.
Like, a legit, he's on a boat, and I mean, they're not robbing people, but he lives, I think he lives on Lake Erie. He lives in Erie, Pennsylvania, and
Okay,
and they have like a pirate ship that goes out on the lake and like takes people for tours and stuff. So
that's
like,
cool.
yeah, it's pretty cool. So he's one of the pirate guys, which, I talked to him a couple days ago about it, and he's like, "Yeah, there's a bad pirate," and I'm like, "Aren't all pirates bad?" And he's like, "Well, there's one guy that we like fight." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Okay, that's
Like,
pretty
okay,
cool.
yeah, it's pretty neat. But yeah, he's been doing that forever. But like I said, I'll lose him for a couple months. So like he's just getting back into, well, he did a bunch of stuff for the Gods Kickstarter, and but he's getting back into doing Bloody Ring of Dracula. So hopefully we'll have at least 2 issues done next year. We'll see.
Of the Bloody Ring of Dracula?
Of the Bloody Ring of Dracula, yeah.
Is that, can they get that through previews, or is you going to kickstart that?
We're probably going to pitch it around once we have enough stuff like in the can. We'll probably pitch it around. Right now I have an ash can available on my store on Project Pandora Entertainment. So I've got an ash can that's like, it's like an 8 to 10 page preview of what the book is. But I mean, the basic idea behind the book is Dracula at the end of the Dracula novel, instead of them killing Dracula, he escapes to Mexico and becomes a luchador wrestler. And it's just ridiculous fun. Like, you know, Mark and I wanted to do a wrestling book and Dracula book, and like it just kind of fit.
And it's very original too.
Thanks. It's been a lot of fun. It's definitely a different thing for us. I mean, especially coming from Gods of Brutality, which is all like in one single setting in hell, and we can kind of make up our own rules and all that. And like now Mark's got to do he's got to do like photo reference and stuff for like what is a building in the 1800s in Mexico look like. So like, yeah, and he's got to draw horses and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a different type of book, but we're having a good time with it for sure.
Gods of Brutality. What did you get up to? 3 issues, or was it 4?
4. Yep. So we so while we're at Black Caravan, we did 4 issues. We did the first issue kicks off with Nick going to hell, the rock star. He's a rock star that dies and goes to hell. And he's in hell, and he's basically like in a lunchroom, right, for demons, and he's the lunch. And the demons are starting to like pick apart people, and he just starts praying to everybody, like anybody that will listen, Jesus, Buddha, like, you know, Ronald McDonald, whoever will listen, like, just get me out of here. I'll do anything for you. And Zeus and Odin hear his prayer, and they decide that they'll send Thor and Hercules, their sons, down to save him. And so Thor and Hercules get there, but it's not as easy as just like freeing him and getting out of hell. Like, they've got to find their way out of hell. So the entire adventure, I mean, this is only one small part of the story, these 4 issues, but it's the beginning of their adventure of trying to get out of hell.
Are you working on volume 2?
So as soon as Mark and I are done with Dracula, we'll be working on volume 2. And it's not a big secret, but the reason we jumped from Gods to Bloody Ring of Dracula is going to end up in hell fighting the Gods of Brutality.
Sweet.
So it's going to be kind of a tie-in. I mean, we've got a lot of ideas for volume 2. We've got like, there was a little bit of a cliffhanger where one of these Dukes of Hell like activates this kind of, he's like a Minotaur Terminator, and he's got like a bunch of like Mad Max cars, and they're going to find Thor and Hercules and Nick. And so eventually in volume 2, they're going to run into this Mad Max kind of group and this Minotaur. So they're going to have to fight that. And then there's going to be wrestling, and, you know, it's going to be kind of crazy for volume 2. And that's kind of what we try to do is we just wanted to build a book where we could do whatever crazy, weird shit we wanted to. And just you know, we're both big Savage Dragon fans, and that's the kind of book that Eric built. Like, he built a universe where he can do whatever he wants in it, and that's kind of what Mark and I wanted to do is, you know, hell, since it doesn't really have any, it has whatever rules we want to give it, you know, we get to kind of do whatever we want. So yeah, we met mud witches in issue 3. We had like these Russian gangsters that turned into giant ants. They were were ants in issue 2. And in issue 4 there was like lava people. So yeah, it's all over the place. Kind of whatever Mark wants to draw, I'll write a story around it.
Did you do like traditional demons, like red pitchforks and?
Kinda, yeah. Like it's funny. Again, Mark and I both being Savage Dragon fans. Like a lot of the demons kind of look like Larson demons, like Savage Dragon demons. But he did kind of like a mix between that and like took those demons and put them in like Lord of the Rings outfits, right? So they're kind of like, they got medieval stuff, and yeah. But yeah, they're the kind. Most of them are red. They've got horns. We made a couple other kind of versions. There's again, it's kind of like open, so it's whatever Mark feels like drawing.
Okay.
We've had I designed a couple demons, but I don't know. I can't remember if I helped design the lava lady, because she's just this huge, fat lava lady, right? She's like naked. She's got big metal knockers,
yes.
and she floats on a big platform and stuff. And I just kept telling him, like, make her grosser.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, so they're kind of all over the place. And the way we have it is Hell's kind of broken up into, I don't know, sections or different areas, almost like if you were in a Dungeons and Dragons thing and you were going from one kingdom to the next.
Okay.
So it's got a bunch of different kingdoms in it, and the mud witches are stuck in this swamp, and the lava lady is stuck in a lava pit, and everything. So yeah, it's a little all over the place.
Sweet. When is the end of the Kickstarter?
The end of the Kickstarter is January 31st. So we've got plenty of days. We did hit our goal, which is awesome. So now we're to the point where we're unlocking. We're right before this, I checked, like, we're a couple dollars under hitting the first stretch goal, and that'll be stickers for everybody. And then the second stretch goal, we'll probably announce it by the time this is live. It'll be we got Simon Beasley to do a cover for us.
Sweet.
He is freaking awesome, and it like fits with this genre really, really well. And Simon did a cover for it. I got to color it, which was awesome. But we're gonna do a 11 by 17 poster for the second stretch goal. So we're hoping we hit that, and we've got a bunch of secret stretch goals beyond that. But we have like for like add-ons, we have for anybody that plays guitar, we've got guitar picks. So it's six guitar picks. Even though the Kickstarter says 56, that was a fat finger mess up, and I've tried to correct it, but it won't let me delete it, and because somebody's already backed it. But I've told everybody it's six guitar picks for $6, and they have the little Gods of Brutality logo on it, and it's signed by the guitarist for Gods of Brutality, and all that good stuff. So we got a lot of fun, cool extra things that you can jump on in there.
Where are you going to be at this year?
Oh, so I've got Awesome Con coming up. I think that's in March. In April, I've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Convention, the Portsmouth Mini Con. So I live near Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and that's where 40 years ago the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like premiered at a convention there. And I'm really good friends with the guy who ran that convention, Ralph DiBernardo. And I'm helping him put together the new 40th anniversary convention. And so we're going to have a bunch of turtle guys there. I've done a couple turtles. I've done like a dozen turtle covers at this point. There's going to be a bunch of turtle guys there, a lot of cool people that we haven't announced yet, but it's going to be a really, really cool. That's going to be a really neat one. After that, I've got Baltimore Comic-Con, which is one of my favorite shows of the year. That's like a big family reunion for me. Get to see all the people I love. Rose City Comic-Con, which is in Portland. That's going to be really cool. Those are the big ones that I can remember off the top of my head. I know I probably have a couple more that I should probably remember, but I don't.
That 2-page spread over there to your left, is that He-Man?
Oh, so this one?
Yeah.
Oh, so this is a Turtles cover that I'm probably not supposed to show yet because it's not approved. But this is I'm working on this for that convention, and so I'm in the middle of inking that, and then I've got this is a present for my son for Christmas, so I'm a little behind on it. But I don't know if you can see it. He's holding. So he asked me specifically for Wolverine being torn in half, and I said, "Hey, like people have already done that." And he's like, "Well, I want your version of it." So, and he's like, "I also want you to kill all the X-Men." So I've got Cyclops down here, got his head bashed in. Colossus has his chest caved in. We're gonna have Nightcrawler and Storm over here somewhere, but I'm a little behind on, like I said, behind on my commissions right now, and that was a Christmas present that thankfully he's okay that I'm a little late on.
Yeah. That's got to be cool that your dad can draw. You know.
I think he asked for things because he's expecting me to die at some point, and he's gonna have like the largest collection of art. So, so he's got, like, usually for his birthdays and Christmas, he asks for very, very like he art directs and tells me exactly what he wants. And like I think last year, I don't know if it was for Christmas or his birthday, he wanted the Sinister Six, but he's like, "Dad, I want an hourglass, and in the hourglass, Sandman is the sand, and he's drowning Spider-Man in this hourglass, but the rest of the Sinister Six is like around him." So it was like very, very specific, and he told me who he wanted in the Sinister Six and all this. So yeah, he gets the good commissions for sure.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely has. I like his vision. You know?
Yeah, he's got a lot of good ideas. He's got a lot of weird ideas that I have to kind of be like, I don't know about that one, buddy. But for the most part, he's got pretty good ideas.
Okay. Is there anything you want to say before we go?
No, man. I thank you for having me. It's been a long time since we've been able to chat. I really appreciate it, man. And no, I hope you and your family are doing well. And thank you again for letting me come on here and hawk my wares.
Oh yeah, we got to get you back before another 2 years pass.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, Rich.
Yeah, it's good to talk to you, man.
What? You mean you haven't subscribed to Comicchatauthority? Oh, come on, subscribe already. What are you waiting for? It's no big deal. Like, man, don't forget to tell him to hit that like button. Yeah, that too. Just subscribe.